Hello friends, today on PlayStation News we talk about rumors on a possible Sly Cooper game. There may be a new collaboration between Sony and LEGO, new rumors about Resident Evil 9, plus a possible remake and more. Let's get to it. Sucker Punch is hard at work on Ghost of Tsushima 2, even if they have not confirmed they are working on that game. But now a new rumor says they have taken a long time because they are possibly doing another game. According to insider Jeff Grubb, he has been hearing some rumors about Sucker Punch probably doing something else, which is why Ghost of Tsushima 2 is taking longer and he hopes it's a new Sly Cooper game. He was very specific that this is his speculation and not exactly a rumor, but we have Jason Schreier from Bloomberg shutting down this rumor very quickly. Schreier said on Twitter that Sucker Punch is a one-project studio, and the reason we haven't seen Ghost 2 is because AAA games now take 5 to 7 years to make, plus they are a smaller studio in comparison to other AAA developers. The last game in the Sly Cooper series was Thieves in Time for PS3 and PS Vita back in 2013, developed by Sansaro Games, now a Facebook studio. We don't have official sales numbers either, but from the PSN digital sales leak the game did 220,000 downloads including PS3 and PS Vita. Sucker Punch also confirmed in 2022 they didn't have plans to revisit either Sly Cooper or Infamous, so if a new Sly game is coming it's either from an outside studio or not happening at all, likely the latter. Jeff Grubb also commented about the rumor showcase or state of play and he believes this is still happening this month. He expects news about the PS5 Pro, the new Astro game, and a big reveal for Concord. Would you like Sony to make a new Sly Cooper game? Let me know in the comments. Let's continue with more Sucker Punch news because Sony was in good faith with PC gamers, but the whole PSN fiasco for Helldivers 2, despite being reversed, is causing issues for future PlayStation games. Steam has confirmed that the delisting of Helldivers 2 in non-PSN countries was requested by Sony, and now they have removed Ghost of Tsushima from non-PSN countries as well. On Friday, Sony also removed Helldivers 2 from more countries including Estonia, Latvia and Lithuania for a total of 170. I guess play has limits after all. Arrowhead CEO Johan Palested said on the Helldivers Discord that these 3 countries were part of the original ban, and it was noticed when the Ghost of Tsushima ban was put in place. Delisted is still working on bringing the game back to these countries as they want it to be available for as many people, but appears to be a daunting task. The change for Ghost of Tsushima has made not only Steam but also Green Man Gaming and Epic Games to start cancelling and refunding pre-orders for the game. Ghost of Tsushima will only require PSN linking to play Legends multiplayer and sync trophies, so it's wild that Sony is forcing this since the single player is playable without PSN. Upcoming PC multiplayer games such as Concord will likely force players to do a PSN link and be region limited, but maybe even full single player games such as God of War Ragnarok will be limited to PSN countries as well, since they may have the PlayStation overlay. What do you think about Sony doing this for PC players? Share your thoughts in the comments. Now let's move to Horizon because a new rumor says that Sony could be doing another collaboration with LEGO, but it's unclear if it could be a game. Leaker Kurakasi said on Twitter that Sony is preparing something in collaboration with LEGO related to a well-known IP and should be announced soon. It was later confirmed by both Kurakasis and insider Tom Henderson that this well-known IP is Horizon, but the details are fuzzy on whether this is another LEGO set like the Tallneck that was launched in May 2022. Tom Henderson also said there's a LEGO Horizon trailer that's ready to go, but he doesn't know if it's something that will appear in a showcase or state of play. I think this should be another LEGO set and not a game, but it would be surprising if it's the latter like other LEGO games such as Marvel or Harry Potter. Future Horizon related projects likely include the Horizon remake, a third game and the multiplayer, but I guess we can discard collaborations. What do you expect they end up announcing here? Place your bets in the comments. Ex-Deviation Games, the studio formed by ex-Call of Duty devs Jason Blundell and Dave Anthony, was shut down this past March, but it appears Sony may have sort of reformed it in secret. Former Deviation employee Michael Anthony posted on his LinkedIn saying that he heard a lot of previous Deviation Games employees have set up their own studio at Sony working on an undisclosed new IP. Among those employees may be Jason Blundell, according to another tweet from Ex-Deviation JC Farmer, who back in December said he was working for Blundell on their PlayStation studios. Deviation was apparently working on a quote-unquote world-class first-person shooter for PlayStation, but it's unknown if this new studio will be continuing some of that. Maybe we can hear more about it in that rumor showcase later this month. What do you hope they end up making? Let me know in the comments. Another game that could appear in the showcase is the rumored Resident Evil 9, and now we have new leaks on what we can expect from the game, plus a possible new remake. These leaks come from Twitter user pre_Alaravilla, who apparently got them from popular horror leaker DosGolem. A 48-year-old Leon S. Kennedy was said to be the main character only at the beginning of the game, but a correction on that rumor says it will be the main protagonist for the full game. Resident Evil 9 would be taking place in Southeast Asia during the summer of 2025, as DosGolem leaked previously, specifically on an island resembling Singapore. DosGolem made some clarifications on all these rumors on Sunday, saying that those details for Resident Evil 9 were true, but it's been 3 years since then and maybe some of that has changed given RE9 was delayed for a year at some point after the pandemic. That was the reason he didn't share this information publicly but posted it on their Discord at some point, and that's why it has been going around online. So take all of this with a grain of salt, we'll very likely learn more about RE9 later this year. The rumor also mentioned that Capcom director Masachika Kawara stated they were working on a surprise for the series' 30th anniversary in 2026 that could be another remake for the first Resident Evil. That is now being supported by Marvel movie leaker Daniel RPK on his Patreon account. What do you make of all these Resident Evil leaks? Post your thoughts about that and any of this news in the comments below, and make sure to subscribe and ring the bell for more PlayStation and gaming news. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.